What's up, everyone? We are live inside of the group for today's Lunch and Learn. So I'm going to give it a couple moments for people to get started. But if you're watching the replay right now, do me a favor and go ahead and comment #replay below. This just lets me know that you're engaged, that you're watching, that you're interested, and you want me to do more of this. So that's if you're watching the replay. And if you're catching this live, let me know what your favorite color is. So super excited to have you guys here as you trickle on for today's Lunch and Learn. Today's topic is going to be Copywriting 101, how to write ads that get clients in the door and not just clicks and likes. Very excited about this. First time doing this Lunch and Learn style. What I wanted to do is do some shorter type segments. I've got some people who are inside of the group who are students in some of the programs that I have, and then people that I've known through different various ways have helped off, whether they're clients or some one-off things. But this is just an opportunity for you guys to learn. It's at 12 o'clock Eastern, so I'm hoping I can catch you at lunchtime because I know there's so much content to consume in a day, so many things that you have to do. So I want to make this a little bit shorter. So I'm hoping we'll be out of here in 30 to 45 minutes. Hopefully it's not going to take the entire hour. So I think I've done enough filibustering to let people get on. So as people join, they're going to be joining, and if people miss out, then don't worry, there's going to be a replay. So what are we going to talk about today in Copywriting 101? So we're going to talk about what copywriting is, what exactly is copywriting, just to make sure that we're all on the same page before we go forward. We're talking about the biggest mistake the vast majority of massage entrepreneurs are making that's causing their ads not to work. So I'm going to show you the biggest mistakes that I see, and I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to pull some negative examples of ads. These are ads that I've seen out in the marketplace, people have asked for, have asked help about, and I've seen these ads and was like, man, these really are not good. And then lastly, we're going to talk about some formulas for successful advertising. So if you're with me, if you're ready to go, just comment, let's go. This is live, just, for proof of the pudding. It should be about 12:06 if this is correct. But just making sure you guys are there, and then I'm going to continue and dive into the content. So what is copywriting exactly? Not to be confused with copywriting, like trademarking something, like putting some legal protection. But copywriting is where we go in and we're going to try and convince people to buy our stuff in one way, shape, or form. Maybe it's not buying our stuff, but it's making an action. So a nice, concise way to say this is that copywriting is actually the art and science of strategically delivering words. So that can be written or spoken. They're going to get people to take some form of action. So when you're thinking that I'm bad at copy, most people, if you have had any form of client success, like you're getting regular clients, maybe you're not getting as many clients as you want, but you probably are already saying the things that people are interested in. We just make the mistake in our advertising of just writing really bad generic ads, and I'm going to talk about that. But usually when someone calls you on the phone or steps into the office, a lot of the time, massage therapists that I meet are actually pretty good at saying something that's going to take people to have some form of action. Now, the ones that I see that are the absolute best are those who have had a background in sales in some sort of experience. What's up, Elaine? How are you doing? Looks like Debbie's on. Looks like Melissa's on. How is everyone doing? Just to make sure that you guys can hear me. I know Joseph commented. Just comment your favorite color below. This just lets me know that you can hear me all right and things that are going before we kind of get further in here. What's up, Amy? Looks like you've joined. Excited to have you here. So I know there's like a 30-second delay as I say this, and I'm watching myself live on my second screen. So I'm going to take a quick sip of water. Let me know your favorite color, and then we're going to keep trucking along inside of this presentation. Awesome. Amy's is blue. I know Joseph's is green. Right on, right on. So I'm going to trust that you guys are there and with me. So like I said, we're going to talk about the biggest mistakes that I see. I'm going to, we've already explained what copywriting is, and I'm going to give you a couple formulas, a couple things that you can run with. They're going to help you run better copy. Full disclosure, if there's a mistake in this, I'm the kind of person who tends to come through in like the midnight hour. So it's actually, I finished putting this presentation together like 15 minutes ago. So my apologies for any typos, any mistakes that you see. So what's up? Jessica King has joined us. So here are the biggest mistakes that I see are being made when I go out onto the ads. And I'm gonna talk about how to fix them and things that you can do. So number one, first and foremost, is a poor offer. I don't have enough time in this Lunch and Learn to go like super in depth of how to things to make a really great offer. But really, a lot of times as business owners, we forgot what it's like to be a consumer, and we forget what it feels like to see an offer that makes us say, holy crap, I want that. And I won't go super in depth, but it's not always about price. Yes, I mean, some people don't like doing offers, but we just had, one of the biggest holiday shopping seasons in America from Black Friday. And so time and time again, we know that offers work. Now, offers are not just discounts. Offers are how you present your packaging. So one thing I'll say that I did, I was in Lush. I currently live in Switzerland. I'm an American. I just moved over here because my fiance is Swiss. And so Lush is already very expensive. Trust me, in Switzerland, it's at another level. But the saleswoman got me to buy shampoo because if you've never seen a picture of me, I'm an African-American male. And she was like, actually, yeah, we use this in this avocado, and it's really great for Afro hair. And I was like, that's a thing for me. I'm buying this right now. She made a good offer. Like, hey, we have shampoo specifically for people with Afro hair. Do you want to buy it? And I was like, this is the first time someone's ever said that to me. Yes, I'm going to buy this right now. So a lot of times we have a poor offer. So either the price is poor or we just haven't really stated it in a way that we're saying, hey, this is good for you. And that's all I'll say about the offer. And a lot of times I see there's no strong call to action. You got to remember that the difference between being a massage business and just being a massage practitioner is the fact that there's an exchange of money that you're selling. So I see a lot of time where people are afraid to say, hey, buy from me. There's no strong call to action. There is just, here's an ad, here's me talking about massage, and it's awesome. I hope you come. And there isn't, it doesn't have to be buy today, but I mean, literally ads all the time say buy now. So why not have that? So I see that a lot in advertising. I also see listing features instead of benefits. And I'm going to dive into that further. So I'm just going to touch that point right now. But a lot of times there's a big problem of listing all of the features instead of the actual benefits of massage or whatever it is that you are selling. Also, not listing any benefits at all. And this kind of goes into being a little bit too vague or not being specific with exactly what it is that you have. And I think there's one more left on here. And there's also offering little to no value. One of the things we got to think about is that, yes, you're trying to get people in the door, but the ad that they read is that first step. And so if you're not conveying value, either what they're going to get when they see you, you need to convey value in the ad. Like, did I waste my time reading this? You ever see a commercial that it's for something that like doesn't apply to you, you're not gonna buy it, but you're just like, that's awesome, then I saw that. If you're thinking, no, if that's never happened to me, then I'll ask, have you ever watched a Super Bowl commercial? That's one of the best examples of, here's some advertising that brought me some value, whether or not I purchased that. Now I'm gonna say, as small business owners, we often can't afford to spend millions of dollars on awareness and not have someone take a direct action. So there's some elements that help us do that, but somewhere you need to either convey the value they're gonna get in the future, or there needs to be value in the actual ad itself. So remember, these are the biggest mistakes that I see. Yeah, one more point. Actually, just added this because I remembered I did an audit of someone's campaign last week in another Facebook group, and this was a really big one that I saw. It was lack of clarity. This is where people are trying to say too much at the same time. It's why, I guess imagine any course you've ever taken. You went step by step by step, and it was very clear, and it was very linear. And imagine if someone threw your entire massage program at you in one day, and there's just no clarity. There's just like, holy crap, what is happening here? I see that in ads a lot of time as well. So if you guys are ready for me to kind of continue to start to break down, look at some ad examples, let me know. Just comment, let's go, in the comments. I see the favorite colors, so I see pink, I see purple, I see blue. I see you guys are listening, so I'm super excited to have you here. Very thankful that you're taking a little bit of time out of your day to do this. Just comment, let's go, and we will keep on trucking along. Cool, I know there's a delay, and I see some of those let's goes. Here we go. So one of the things I'm gonna talk about is features versus benefits. I'm trying to make this shorter also because, like I said, I live in Switzerland. It's actually almost dinner time, so I'm trying to cook some soup before my fiance gets home from work. So features versus benefits. Before I get into this, understanding that when you're writing that you need to write from a point of view or say things from a point of view of what the person's actually going to get out of it. So I'm going to show you some examples of features versus benefits. Really, really common. It's going to make a ton of sense. But a lot of times we just write about features. You know, it's saying like, this has, you know, I've got the best oil. Actually, I've never seen someone say I've got the best oil. But they just may say like, hey, we have this kind of massage. We have Swedish massage. And for someone, especially if they don't know, like, I don't know what that is. That's cool that you have that, but what does that do for me? And that's the question that you're asking. This is between a feature and a benefit. So a feature is, this TV is 90 bajillion inches, and that's awesome, and that may sell someone. And the benefit is, you know, feel like you're at the movie theater in your own home. And then that totally changes the game. Like that, ooh, I want that more than I want my 90 bajillion inch TV. So let me look at some examples, and this is going to be really clear really fast. So features. A soda, for example, it's low calorie. That's great, but that is just a feature. I'm going to do all the features first because to do the features versus benefits one at a time is going to take me too long to make it. So let's say a grocery store, let's say Amazon, whatever it may be, free home delivery. That's pretty cool. Like, I'm interested in that. Or maybe I've got Swedish massage or sports massage. Okay, those are cool, but what is it going to do for me? So this low calorie soda, it's going to help you look better in your jeans. Now that's a stretch, and I think the science has kind of come around that low calorie soda specifically is not great, but you be with me here. Low calorie drink, it's not just what it does, but what is it going to do for you? Free home delivery is cool, but hey, you're going to save time by not having to visit the store. If you're like a homebody, you're going to save time by not having to leave your house. We're going to make it convenient for you. You know, get your new pots and pans while still in your pajamas. You don't have to leave anywhere to get the stuff you ordered. That's the benefit. So Swedish massage, cool, feature, all right. But what is it going to do? It's actually going to relax and energize from a stressful job. Now, there's better things you can say about relaxation style modalities, but you get the idea. What's in it for me? What is this going to do for me? Don't just tell me what this is. And then, you know, sports massage, great, but what you're actually going to get is relief from a sports injury. That's way more interesting. Or even better, this is going to help prevent you from being injured again. That's where you're going to the next level. Now, by the way, if you've got any questions, I'm going to have a Q&A at the end, but feel free to type them as this goes along, and I'm going to make sure I come back and answer all of them. And then, Amy, can you watch this again? Yeah, I'm going to leave this up. I'm not sure how long, at least for a while. I'm sure at least several days, so you're going to be able to watch this again. Looks like Amber Walsh hopped on. Super excited to see that she's here. So I'm going to dig into a negative ad example. I talked to the woman whose business this is. Actually, I audited this ad campaign before I knew who this was, and I don't remember if she's in this group today, but I've used this as a negative example before because I want to talk about what I see. So remember all the things I talked about where ads just, they aren't that great. Here are a couple reasons why. So this isn't the worst ad in the world, but there are a couple problems with it. Number one, it's vague. What am I getting? You know, honoring the light, truth, beauty, and peace within you, that, you know, there may be some branding there, but I don't exactly know what I'm getting. Now, if you're Nike, you can afford to spend a ton of money on a general message that you hope taps with someone, but I don't know what this is. Now, the only reason I know is because Lush Massage is in the name, but had this business been named anything else, if this was called like Hands of Healing, I would not know what that meant at all. It's just, you know, it's honoring the light, truth, beauty, and peace within you. So if it didn't say massage, I'd be like, is this I don't know. Is this tarot card reading? Is this something else? Is this something in the woo-woo space? Like, I don't know what I'm getting here. And it just repeats that message. I see lust massage 3 times, honoring the light, love, truth, beauty, and peace within you. So there's little to no value in that. I don't know. This ad didn't really do anything for me. I don't know what I'm getting. I see, I believe that's Buddha. I could be completely wrong. But it's just, there's really nothing here that it tells me what I'm going to get out of this. It doesn't describe what's being offered. And let me make sure I put this here. So that combined, there's actually, in a sense, a way too strong call to action in the sense of down here, and let me pull my little pointer out. So down here in the corner where it says call now, for an ad that doesn't tell me what I'm getting, where is it going to be, how much does it cost, any of these things is a huge ask from someone. Like, why, when was the last time that you called a number out of the blue just for fun? Maybe when you were a small kid and you thought calling numbers was fun. I've seen that before. But why? Like, there's no incentive at all to call this. And I'd almost say, like, why would I call you? I don't exactly know what I'm getting. I don't know if this phone call you're going to be a psychic and try and like read my palm over the phone or something. And so the fact that massage in the name is kind of the only saving grace here within this type of ad. Now, to give you one more negative copy example, this is someone in another group who was posted in there asking about help, and actually went and I saw, like, well, this is the problem. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. So let's look at these elements. Number one is the lack of clarity. So clarity means a lot of things. Really, it means, can I clearly see what it is that you're offering to me and what I'm going to get out of it? Kind of a mouthful, but let's look at this. For one, the ad text itself has no formatting. That's just, big blocky text like this on a Facebook ad or a Facebook post just really doesn't go well. Facebook's a social place, and so what you can think about is if you've ever seen a movie script or any sort of manuscript where every line seems to be spaced out, that's because it's natural to human speech. You can write ads that way. It's not grammatically correct. Your 7th grade English teacher will be very mad at you, but on Facebook, on social media, it's definitely okay because that is how people read. I want you to still use proper English, but think about how sometimes you text people where it tends to be shorter bits of information because people are scanning and they're reading through very quickly. Now, as we go further, the lack of clarity. So our offer is good through 11/28. So stop in and book your appointments or buy your gift cards. Because she included these 2 sentences, I know it's a she because she posted it in a Facebook group. So when I read this, I don't know what I'm getting. And when there's confusion, I don't want to buy. So am I buying a gift card or am I buying the massage? And are you saying if I buy a gift card, this is November 21st, so I have to use the gift card in 7 days, or I have 7 days to buy the gift card, or I have 7 days to book the massage? It's not very clear. You could say sale ends in 7 days. That makes sense. A Black Friday sale, get your gift card, and just say, okay, I'm selling gift cards. I'm not trying to book appointments right now. And then the other thing is, there isn't a strong and consistent call to action inside of this ad. And let me find all of my points. Oops, I wrote 2 T, so that should be 1 T, call to action. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do to get this offer. And then there's a lot of things happening because the Facebook call to action is to send a message. Then there's a phone number and there's a website. Now, I actually do like for local business advertising having your address, phone number, and website. But what you need to do with a call to action and having clarity is be insanely clear. What is the thing that I want you to do? Because the bottom is saying send me a message, and the top is saying maybe call me or maybe visit my website. And then what am I getting? Well, maybe I'm buying a gift card, maybe I'm getting just the massage, maybe I have to use it now. I'm not sure. And so when you see that inconsistency, that lack of clarity, that's going to make me say, this is too much. I'm not getting it. If there's anything I want you to take away, it's that confusion is one of the biggest things that's going to stop people from wanting to buy your products and services. So Those are my negative examples. I wanted to get those out of the way. Now we're ready for some formulas for successful advertising. If you're still with me, let me know what you plan to have for lunch today. Or if you have a question, you can comment that as well. But let me know what you plan to have for lunch today so I can make sure we're still going live. We're getting on time, so I'm hoping the next 10 to 15 minutes here to be done and let you guys go back to your normal lives. If the Q&A session goes long, that's okay as well. I'm here for you. And there's a little delay, and I use these questions as an excuse for me to drink water, so I thank you for being patient with me. Awesome. Yeah, so Joseph's on my side of the world. He's actually, I think, an hour, let's see, I don't know by train, by car, not that far away from me. Joseph's also an American that has relocated to Europe as well. Probably like, yeah, I think like an hour-ish away from me. PB&J, let me tell you, Amy, this is an aside. It is so hard to find peanut butter, at least in this part of Europe. I can't speak for all of Europe, but if there's one thing I miss a lot, I can find it, but it only comes in like little 6-ounce jars or something. You can't find lots of it, and there's usually only one brand. You can't choose between Jiffy or the store brand or the other store brand. So that's my little aside. Let's dive in and talk about some formulas for successful advertising. Oops, gotta cooperate with me. So one of the first formulas is AIDA. This is very much rooted in sales. So we're looking at marketing, advertising, and sales all connecting together. It's a pretty simple acronym. It just means a couple of things: attention, interest, desire, and action. Let's see, this will cooperate with me. There we go. So attention, interest, desire, and action. So what do these things mean? Attention, you gotta get someone's attention. So Facebook's a great way because we're actually combining photo and words, but you need something that says, hey, stop, pay attention, look at me. So this could be calling out your audience, saying like, hey you, or if you ever like someone on the street trying to sell you something really quickly, the first thing they do before they start talking is like they just try to get your attention in some way, shape, or form. After that, interest. You need to engage them with something. Either you're going to benefit from this, or I have something that's specifically for you, but you need to start to pique their interest. So a really great example is cold calling, if you've ever done that. So someone might cold call the business, and I'll be, my agency sells marketing services. We don't do cold calling, but this is how that would look like. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, is this Susan with Hands of Healing? Yes, it is. Do you have a quick moment? Yeah, what's going on? I wanted to know if you'd be interested in doubling your number of clients or something. We're getting the interest. So it doesn't have to be that direct, that short, but I'm getting their attention, and then I'm getting their interest, and then I'm going into their desire. So what is the thing that you really want? Now, this is where it pays to know what exactly that you offer your clients. Now, you're thinking, I love this example. So you're thinking, I'm giving someone a 30-minute massage so they can feel stressful, or they can relieve their stress. Maybe for them, that's the only 30 minutes they get out of the week, out of the month, where they get to be themselves. So we're going to make up the name Jennifer. So instead of saying like, hey, we've got relaxation massage, we've got, carve out 30 minutes for yourself so you can be you again. You can stop being a mom, stop being a boss, stop being a caretaker, whatever. Finally, 30 minutes where the only thing that matters is you. That's a totally different message. And that desire is like, I want that. Or if you're in sports or pain relief, saying, never miss another game again because of a bad shoulder. I'm like, whoa, yes. That's the desire that I have. Now, I'll tell you right now, when you know a desire of someone better than they can say it themselves, or the things that they're not saying out loud, you're always going to win. And that's a bit hard. I'm going to be honest. If you've had a lot of clients and you talk to them, hey, what is it that makes you like coming here? What is it that you like? You might get a surface level, but then someone's really going to tell you, honestly, it's just that I don't spend enough time taking care of myself. And by coming to you, I can finally feel like a human again. That's that desire that people have. And then lastly, action. Tell them to do something. Call now, book now, order your gift card, book your appointment. You need to say, okay, I got your attention, you're interested, I know the desire that you have, I'm giving it to you. Now it's time to do something with it, finally take action. So that's one of my favorite copywriting formulas. It's probably one of the oldest out there. The second one that I want to tell you, and these are not exhaustive lists, there's probably dozens, if not approaching hundreds of different formulas that you might be able to use. But the second one that is quite popular is what is called PAS. Now I'm going to take a brief pause because I got a ton of notifications. I want to make sure that people who are trying to watch this live are able to get into the group. Okay, cool. Looks like we're good to go there. So PAS, this is from Dan Kennedy. If you ever heard of Dan Kennedy, one of the greatest advertisers and copywriters of our time. He is still alive. He has an inner circle. I think his book, one of the most famous ones, The No BS Guide to Advertising. I think it's not, he's got a couple other different versions under that No BS brand. But PAS is really, really great, especially if you're in any sort of pain relief, if that's the niche you decided that you want to go into. So the P in PAS is pain or problem. I like to say pain because, I mean, really you're diving into the pain. Then you agitate it. You poke at that thing until people are like, yeah, I can't handle this. And then you offer the solution. So what are you doing? You present the pain that someone's feeling. And so I'll use marketing agency as an example. Are you tired of having an empty schedule, of not having your books full? I want to agitate the problem. You thought that when you were able to start your business, you were finally going to be free. Yet every day you wake up struggling, not knowing when the next client is going to come or if this is even going to work out. You think about going back to being a hired again, but you absolutely dread that because you love the freedom that entrepreneurship gives you. Really like dig in and you're so right. Solution. It's okay. We have a clients on demand system that's going to fill your books. Now, I'm not trying to sell you here. It's just I write a lot of own copy for our marketing agency. So that's the same idea. So pain, agitate, solution. So you can even take this in the spa type of relaxation. And so the pain might just be that someone never gets to relax. Tired of feeling stressed out, or let's say if you're targeting mothers who work, tired of always being everything for everyone. It's always mom or honey or needed at work. You have to do this, blah, 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 blah. I have a solution right now for a certain price. You can have 90 minutes to yourself, or if you finally get to be you and you aren't held liable to anyone but yourself. Now, am I good at writing copy off the top of my head? Probably not the best. That's why I sit down and do this stuff. But you get the idea. So it even works if you're not doing a specific pain relief sort of modality. That's the main point that I want to get across to you. Now, if any of this looks familiar, especially AIDA, if you've ever seen the movie Glengarry Glen Ross, you'll see it ties directly into sales. You get someone's attention, pique their interest, get them. Now, so he's changed this here to decision. So D for desire and decision. It's a little bit different between sales and marketing. It changes off a little bit, but it's the same idea. You're pushing someone and then they go to make that action. So let's look at some actual examples of AIDA. Now, again, if you've got any questions, let me know. So Amy, like a complaint. Can you refine what you mean a little bit by like a complaint? Are you saying for the agitation or the pain or the problem? I would say, yeah, in that sense. If someone has a problem, so if you work specifically with athletes and you know, like, what are the top 4 problems someone has? You know, is it like they're getting tennis elbow or they've done something to their shoulder? Now, admittedly, I do more marketing, not massage, so going in and naming every ailment I cannot do. But this is the idea. Call out that one specific thing. Really say, okay, you've got tennis elbow. Because you have tennis elbow, you have to miss opportunities. Maybe you're missing networking events, you're missing having fun at the one sport you really like to do, but we have a solution for you. Our 90-minute or our 4-week program helps remove pain in 95% of our clients, or something like that. Now, there's a couple more elements I just said in that with social proof and guarantees and all of that, but you get the kind of big picture idea. So let's go into the AIDA example. This is an ad that we've written as my agency. This is probably one of the most basic kinds of AIDA ads. And so I wanted to show this to you because it's really, really easy. And I meant to not have all the information on the screen at once, but that's what I get for making my slides here at the last minute. So what's the ad? Hey, Canton ladies, this is Canton, Ohio. I'm having a summer sale for women who know their worth and want to treat themselves to rest and relaxation. 25 vouchers for a $29 half-hour massage. If you're looking for relief from stress of work and home and want to pamper yourself and feel like a new woman, then click the link to claim your voucher. Beyond the see more, it just says offer valid for new clients only. Facebook just kind of cut that off, but we got all of the important stuff here in the top. Now, I'll tell you right now, this section, now that I have this kind of ad here, this is called above the fold. So if you imagine a newspaper, all the important stuff they try to put literally above the fold of the newspaper. That's the idea. When you're writing ads, if they get a little long, think, without having to click see more, is this ad interesting enough to make me say, ooh, I'm gonna check that out? So, attention. Hey, Canton ladies. We are using literally who we are targeting. Oh, I am a woman in Canton, Ohio. This is for me. Let me check this out. Also by using an image of a woman in a very relaxed state in this kind of spa type environment. Now Facebook's great. This is beyond copywriting because we're using images, but this is how you can go and get someone's attention. Now let's pique their interest. I'm having a summer sale just for women who know their worth and want to treat themselves to rest and relaxation. Ooh, yeah, that's me. I'm down to treat myself. Desire. If you're looking for relief from the stress of work and home, yes, that's me, and you want to pamper yourself and feel like a new woman, then click the link to claim your voucher. And that's where it goes into the action. And that's very short. Attention, interest, desire, action. Now the offer here, it's not a bad offer, 20% off. We're also using the headline to get attention in another way. I just wrote Canton because, you know, sometimes I would write Canton, Ohio. We'd write that in ads, but honestly, if you're advertising to a local area, you don't need to include the state because people know this is Canton, Ohio, not Canton, I don't know, some other country, some other state. And then I put the offer here in the headline, which is another way to get attention. So what do we have here for the action? Click the link below to claim your voucher. And then this is congruent with learn more. Another thing that would have worked here is get offer. If you're familiar with using Ads Manager, there's get offer. So both of those, they're congruent with each other. So that's the AIDA example. Let me go now into the PAS example. So PAS, so the pain or the problem, agitate, and the solution. I love this copy a lot. If you're familiar with Scott Lindquist, we do some of his advertising. And actually, a lot of this copy we pulled from his website because he really, really knows his audience and what it is that he wants to say to them. So it's very, very similar things that we did for this. So literal physical pain. We're going to call it the pain. Really saying, so it's slightly out of order here, but we're proud to offer one service and one service only, medical massage for pain relief. We find the root cause of pain and eliminate it. So we're saying you're in pain, and let's really go and list them out. You've got neck pain and tension headaches. You've got upper back or shoulder pain, blah, 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 blah. You've probably got one of these. We've tried with and more, and it didn't really make a difference, and other things, but we get a lot of people commenting, will it fix this? Will it fix that? So we're trying to agitate what's in here. Now what we could have done, and we're actually gonna have to start changing these ads a little bit because ads fatigue over time in small business. I wish, usually your ad is going to run, depending how big your town is, maybe 1 month, maybe 3 months you might be able to get away with it before it just stops performing. It's like any billboard where you stop seeing it until they put a new billboard up. It's that same idea. So one of the things we're looking at for agitate is really saying, okay, you have these pains. What is having these pains? How's it affected your life? Has it caused you to not be able to spend more time with your children because you can't play sports with them? Has it caused you to miss out on important life events? Have you not been able to participate in the family photos because you couldn't stand properly? Things like that. So that copy, that agitation, we really dive in, still in progress, but that's the idea. And then the solution, we offer massage. We have medical massage for pain relief. Boom, go in and get it. And so that's that full example there. So there's a ton of different formulas that you can use, but those two are the easiest to get started with and go and kind of get going. So there's 4 questions though that I want to talk about that you need to answer inside of your ads. Let me take my pointer off. I posted this as I made this as a post the other day inside of the group. There's lots of checklists and things, but I want to give you what you can use concise and to the point. So here are the 4 questions you need to answer in your ads. Number 1, why is this relevant to me? So if I'm reading this, why do I care about this? Think about the negative examples, just serenity, tranquility, I can't even remember it. I don't know why this is relevant to me. Like, why do I see this ad? This is very important on Facebook because Facebook literally judges relevance. So why is this relevant to me? Is it because, oh, I am a CrossFitter who has back pain, dear CrossFit athletes. That's one of the most simple ways to get attention and to include relevance. Hey person, or hey person from city. Hey Dallas, Texas men. Oh, that's me. This is relevant to me. And then go a little bit further. Okay, I'm a CrossFitter. I have back pain. I do whatever. Next thing, why should I get massage just body work? It doesn't mean that you need to go in and list out like some highly detailed studies of like massage is good for you, but think about who you're advertising to. If they've never had body work done before, what am I going to get out of this? Am I going to get pain relief? Am I going to be able to have increased mobility? Am I going to have increased flexibility? Am I going to have all of them? Is it going to be rest and relaxation? What's the thing that I'm going to get out of this? Convince me in the first place, before you even try and tell me what the price is. Why should I even get massage or any form of body work in the first place? Now, why should I get massage or body work from you and not someone else? So we've gone through the next layer. And so we're thinking, okay, I know we're wondering, how can we compete with the large chains? Why should I go to you and not someone else? Now, one of the things that we often go to is price, but that tends to be a race to the bottom. We can use pricing really effectively in discounts and deals, and there's some really, really great ways to use that. But I don't want people to assume, without thinking through it, what is the thing that makes people want to get body work from you? Like I said earlier, I went to Lush, very expensive store, even more expensive in Switzerland, and she said to me, this is great for afro hair. And it was like, didn't matter, they didn't need a discount. It wasn't discounted, but hey, I have something that is specifically for you. Oh, wow. So that's saying if you offer, prenatal massage and someone else may offer it, sure, but then you advertise specifically on prenatal massage, that person goes, oh, well, I'm going to go to you because she or he clearly specialized in that. The same idea with, if you think about food advertising or consumer packaged goods, protein is a buzzword nowadays. And foods that have always had relatively high protein amounts, and most of it, it's not even that high all the time, they just like put high protein on the box. They didn't have to do 25% off or 50 cent off coupon or whatever. They just said like, hey, this has protein. Oh yeah, I'm looking for a frozen meal. Well, that one doesn't say it has protein, but that one does. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. So when you can be specific to what you're going to offer someone and say like, hey, why do I need to go to you and not Massage Envy or the guy across the street or the girl on the other side of town, etc. It does not have to be price. That's what I want to get across to you. And now, why should I sign up now and not eventually? Now, this is where we're talking about scarcity. And so there's different forms of scarcity. Black Friday is one of the best examples of scarcity. Like, if you do not buy this today, it will not be this price again for another 365 days. So pricing is an example of scarcity, saying this month only. Another form of scarcity is saying, we're booked out 2 weeks in advance. If you want to schedule an appointment soon, you need to schedule it today. That's another form. So why do I need to sign up for you now? Or it could just be, you're in pain and we have the solution. If you want to be able to raise your arm above your shoulder again, then you need to get in here as quickly as possible. Or, if you work with athletes, you need to get in before your next race, before your next fight, before your next match, etc. So why do I need to sign up now? So these 4 questions. Anytime you advertise, when you're speaking to someone, some of them are going to be simpler than others, how in-depth you need to go, but these 4 questions you need to go and actually answer inside of your ads. So I wanted to leave a quick moment here for Q&A if you have any questions. So I know Amy was talking about like a complaint for PS system. So yes, you can go in, problem, agitate, solution. with PAS. If you guys have any other questions, just go ahead and type them in now. So I think, we'll wrap up probably in the next 10 minutes, unless you guys have a ton of questions, maybe even the next 5 minutes. But if you got questions, then I am here. I've got my other screen pulled up so I can answer them for you. So we're almost done, but I want to take this moment to answer some questions. Cool. So I'll just kind of go over to my next slide, and if you've got a question, you're typing it out below, then I'm going to come back and answer it for you. So really quickly to recap, what did we talk about today? We talked about what copywriting actually is. What are the biggest mistakes the vast majority of massage entrepreneurs are making that's causing their ads not to work, not being specific, not having the benefits, being too vague, not having a strong enough call to action. These things are all stopping us in our ads. So, oh yeah, can you tell me more about the 7-day ad deal that's advertised on your page? Let me write that down. So I keep moving the dates around. That 7-day ad deal on page. I keep moving the dates around. I want to start this next week, but that might change. I'm going to make a decision. Today's Tuesday, so I'm gonna make a decision by tomorrow. What I'm going to do is a 7-day free challenge. Over 7 days, I'm going to teach you how to make an ad that actually gets clients. The challenge is gonna be free. You need to pay for your own ads. It's just like coming to class. You need your own pencil and paper to come into class. But over 7 days, I'm going to take what I normally do in 6 weeks. Well, I can't teach you everything I do in 6 weeks at all, but I can teach you enough that you can get up and running with your first ad in 7 days for free. So I believe that's gonna be next week. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna post about that because I keep moving the dates around. It probably will happen once every couple of months or thing. I don't know if I wanna do that. It'll probably be 4 or 5 months before I decide that I'm gonna do it again, but I do wanna get one down in December. So that is what that is going to be about. Definitely is gonna happen in December. I just haven't decided for sure. Cool, so there's other questions then, or if you're watching the replay at some point, got to get the replay listeners, you can put those questions down below and I'll just hop in and be in the group. And so we're rounding out right about 45 minutes, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So here is my last slide. Well, let me get the recap. So what's copywriting, biggest mistakes, and then some formulas, the AIDA and the PAS. So lastly, what do you need to do now? You watch my Lunch and Learn, so first, thank you so much. I'm very glad that you did this. There's a lot of things that you could be doing now instead, and I genuinely appreciate it. So number 1, review your existing copy. Go to your website, not just your ads, but go to your website as well. Is your website interesting? When people click, do they see those benefits instead of features? Does it make them want to buy? Does it pass those 4 questions that I gave you? Now practice by writing a few ads. You don't have to make them go live, but it's something where you didn't become great at massage because you watched a video online and you were done. So I would say write down at least 3 ads. Or if you're not even sure where to start, go back and look at the things that you've bought and think, why did I buy them? What was it about this that made me want to buy this thing? Was it price? Was it how they offered it? Was it, what are the different elements? There's a ton of elements of copywriting that I don't have enough time to do in one session, but think about what are those things that were in there that made me want to buy something, and that's a great place to go into. And then also let me know below, what do you want to learn about next? And would you like me to do this again? I'd like to do another Lunch and Learn next week, next Tuesday at this same time. Right now I'm not teaching a course, so I have a lot more time to do these kinds of videos. So 1, let me know if you want to do it again. Number 2, what would you like to learn about? As you guys enter the group, you copied what your you let me know what your #1 struggle is, and I have that information, so I'm creating content around your #1 struggle because I want to help you find those solutions. But let me know down in the comments what you want to learn. So I'll be teaching how to create a Facebook ad. Yes, I will teach how to create a Facebook ad. Let me see if it's going to be next week and put that together, but there definitely is going to be information on how to do Facebook ads. I might save it for the 7-day challenge where I kind of show you, here's how you make an ad. So the last little bit the last little question that I have for you, or the ask of you, is that you invite 2 people to join Digital Marketing for Massage Entrepreneurs. If you found this useful, if you thought this was a good thing, if you learned from this, I want to make this a great place and one of the best places to learn about digital marketing education for massage entrepreneurs. So copywriting, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, like the whole gambit. How to convince people online to become your clients. I want this group to be the go-to place. So if you can think of, or rather think of the 2 best people that you think would enjoy this information, not 2 people who are like wishy-washy on the fence, they're not serious about growing their business, or people who are just like really negative Nancy's all the time. Also, as an aside, I need like a male version of negative Nancy. I feel like it's so unfair to women. That's an aside. So some negative Nancy's or some mean Matthews. There we go. Some mean Matthews. So no negative Nancy's, no mean Matthews, but 2 people that you think would be really great, who would enjoy this kind of information, who could participate to a great conversation. Please invite them as we push to this group. When the group gets to a certain size, I'm going to post those numbers soon. I'm actually going to do a giveaway. So I want to get this group nice and big and let the people go. So I've done enough about selling my group here, trying to get people in. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Again, if you've got any questions or you're watching the replay or anything like this, just let me know. Oh, negative Nate. Perfect. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you so much. So if you've got anything, let me know in the comments. But that's all for our Lunch and Learn. We're right on time where I wanted to be. And so I'm going to end this video. And you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. If you're watching the replay, enjoy the rest of your day. And enjoy the rest of your week. All right, guys, take care.